have an End of Epic update for the Magician Throwing Knife build. This build really came together in Epic, but much of that was because of the items I found along the way. I spent a lot of gold respecking skill points until I found what worked best. Let's go over the skill points first, and then check out my gear setup. You can't rely on traps to hold aggro, so it was necessary to invest heavily into Core Dweller. Tanking and holding aggro is what he does best. I have +5 to Earth skills, so spending 1 point will put you at 6. If you don't have that many plus skills items, the important parts of the Core Dweller tree to invest points in are the base skill for hit points and metamorphosis for survivability. Until you get him leveled up, he will die a lot, but he is still useful. Another skill I kept is Volcanic Orb. It has a short cooldown, and although the damage isn't very high, the stun from fragmentation makes it a useful skill. I also tried Eruption, but the cooldown is too long to justify the point cost for this build. Flame Surge didn't work well either, and the range is still too short. I tried Ring of Flame again, but even with very high energy regen, it's still hard to maintain. Volatility is definitely worth putting points into. 1 point in stone form is enough to get you out of a bad situation. There was another nerf in the rogue tree that was overshadowed by the throwing knife nerf and hasn't gotten much attention. Mandrake's chance of confusion was cut in half. Only a 28% chance of confusion with max points, down from a 56% chance in Vanilla Titan Quest. This is a very noticeable change, and it takes away some of the defensive benefit from the Envenom weapon tree. With 16 points in Throwing Knife, they become completely spammable with no cooldown if you have the energy. I have +4 to rogue skills, so 1 point equals 5. I have 1 point each in Lethal Strike and Mortal Wound, even though I haven't used it since Act 1 Epic. There is also 1 point each in Critical Strike and Lucky Hit. These really aren't needed if you're able to go full Throwing Knife. Poison Gas Bomb wasn't as effective in Epic, so it will need to be re-evaluated in Legendary. On to the gear. This spear, Scorpion's Tail, dropped off a trash Ichthian in Ambrosis Swamp. It gave a huge damage per second boost. Hippocrates Vest from the first Telkeen. +1 to all skills with hit points and poison resistance. Dragon Tongue Artifact. 1 to all skills in Earth Mastery and fire damage. Gigante's Helm. Monster Rare version with vitality resistance and +1 to all skills. Epic Stonebinder Cuffs. +2 to all skills. Eye of Flame dropped from Talus. This gave a big boost to fire and burn damage of throwing knives. Bellerophon's Leggings. +60% damage to undead and demons. I carried several shields for all occasions. Nubian Deflector, less damage from beastmen. Shadow Wall, 60% less damage from demons. This made Act 4 demons trivial. Onager. I'm really surprised this didn't get hit with the Anniversary Edition Nerf Bats. 22 health and energy regeneration per second. This gave me the energy regen to go full throwing knives. I also used Boar Hunter's Shield for 40% less damage from beasts, and an Outrider's Buckler with Aegis of Athena to use against Hades. I had several situational rings and amulets. Ritual Talisman with matching Tortured Soul completion bonus for protection against magical like Gigantes and demons. The Alki and Timaeus ring set for strength and hit points. Here's something you may not know. You can wear 2 of the same ring and still get the Gladiator's Creed set bonus. This works with other set items as well. Phantom Bane, 70% damage to undead and demons. I still have 0 deaths at the end of Epic, but this was mainly because of these items and knowing when to switch them out. Even though some of these items are low-level normal difficulty drops, the less damage from effect will work the same on all difficulties. Insects gave me the most problems. I couldn't find anything with less damage from insects. Formicid queens were particularly troublesome. I'll do one more update at the end of Legendary. As it stands now, this is one of the most unique and fun builds I've ever played. I won't be starting Legendary right away, there are some other builds to work on. Here are some highlights from Epic to finish out the video.
Hail, mighty hero. I am Zeus, king of the